Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey, You Will Make It TV followers, viewers, supporters, and listeners across the globe. Thank you for clicking on our video. Live reaction and commentary to another insightful matter. What's an insightful matter? When we describe them here at You Will Make It TV, just everyday matters that either directly or indirectly affect us all. We do thank you for your support. Remember, you can like, share, and subscribe to any of our live topics. These are all 3 free ways you can show your support. So tonight's topic is just my reaction and commentary. Of course, when I come and do these, everything I record is just my opinions, comments, and viewpoint, perception on different trending topics. But we do call this You Will Make It TV, so it would only be right if I keep my topics clean, or I'm coming at least with purpose with the things I talk about, because anything could trend. But when you look at why you join a trend, you should want to know deep inside why. Do you just follow things because it's a trend, or do you actually enjoy something yourself? And it's so crazy to really think about, because trends wouldn't exist if most people weren't followers, okay? We don't down followers. There's no leaders. There's no leaders without followers. So to me, followers are just as significant always as, they might not be the same position as a leader, but they serve their purpose too. And that's why I like to do these insightful topics. It gives me kind of the stage and the light a little bit. I don't know, just kind of like an inspiration to give your viewpoint or insight on certain matters in the world that could happen to just about anybody. You know what I mean? But back to what I was saying about trends. Anything can become one. Anything. There's fashion trends. There's language trends, right? Just when it comes to maybe certain lingual or phrases that the youth might use more than, or older generation of people, they would more probably use certain terms and lingual when it comes to communication, right? That everybody else might not be familiar with, because once upon a time, that was a trend in their time. You see, trends are really deep to think about. Trends have always existed too. I think what they do is just change over the years. Like, I don't think the people change. Really, we always been the same type of humans. All that can advance at the end of the day are the trends. So you just don't, in my opinion, want to get lost too much in the trends. Okay? Everything, all of us are going to have some type of influences on our life. Like, nobody just was them. Like, something shapes your influence from day one. What I mean by influence, like the influence and impact you have on others. I can't say we can always control the influence and impact that others have on us. That's why it is 50-50. Like, a part of it has to be you already having morals and principles, saying what you will and won't allow to influence you, I guess. But just making influence and stuff like this disappear. Because even if we don't think about it every day, you don't have to be a celebrity or be known even. There's a lot of wealthy people out there that people don't even know about. Literally, that's how quiet of a life they live. So it's just funny to look at it all. But when my question I asked in the title of our topic tonight here, like, because we know in the music industry, there might be something they do in the rap industry. Like, they kind of, like a publicity stunt. Like, they be kind of beefing or do rap battles or talk about each other and each other lyrics. Like, it's not always probably as serious as what the public may think. It just gives it a little more seasoning and drama. And speaking of the drama, that is Cardi B's new album title, Am I the Drama? And it's just crazy because drama is a whole nother category of describing something that could be going on. Like, of course, drama has always been known to be like an entertainment for people. You got sad dramas. That's why some people they like soap operas, or just think they like TV shows. They prefer plays and TV shows that are more emotional, invoking. They actually like to watch romance movies. It's different genre lovers out there. People love all kind of different movies and stuff. So I'm just reminding people when it comes to entertainment, people will find things you wouldn't believe, like entertaining. Music, that's normal. That has always entertained people, whether it's live bands, music studio recorded, it don't matter. Music has always entertained people, even if it's just a drum set and bamboo sticks. Like if you create music, it's gonna entertain somebody. Music is just does that. It doesn't matter if it's rap, country. Uh, Now that alone, music's gonna probably attract that. You got music has always been known to do that too, like kind of bring people emotions out. You see, I feel like people be trying to blame it on the industry and the rappers, but really, music does do that. I'm sure it can have positive effects. Like music therapy is a whole thing. Art therapy, music therapy, pet therapy. There's different type of therapies for people out there for different reasons. Not saying anybody per se needs it. I would want people to be aware that here you will make it TV. Like that's a good thing to share with others if you have that knowledge. But there is help in places and for things that we wouldn't believe today, because it is modern day. It's modern day now. People don't have to actually walk around. It sounds harsh, but they don't have, to me, no. They don't have to walk around feeling helpless today. Now, you might go through an extra struggle or two, even trying to, that's with any goal. Nothing happens overnight. Most things in a realistic sense do not happen overnight. And to me, we have to understand it about the celebrities' lives too. Like they didn't happen overnight either. To them in their story, some of them they did. But most realistic people's lives do not change overnight anyway. You might as well get comfortable, be yourself, put your seatbelt on, learn as much as you can. While but music has been known to bring out emotions or people or help people through their emotions. But it shouldn't make you emotional, I guess, with the other artists and stuff. It just be crazy. But some of it, like I said, is just publicity stunts. Um, y'all know what those are? Y'all know who Jackie Chan was? He did publicity stunts as well. They said some of these people, these entertainers, they'll actually do the stunts themselves, like put themselves out there in the forefront as if, well, with acting it's different because like he was actually doing the stunts. uh no special effects, none of that like they have today, super effects and stuff. No, he was jumping off buildings and recording that movie. Jackie Chan, he's known for that, like doing his own, using his own self to help bring stunts alive, right there on camera, He didn't want any strings, extra stuff. Who else is another one known to do that? The actor, Tom Cruise. He does stunts. But in music, I feel like they do stunts and stuff too, though. I don't know. But some of it we can see that it's real life. The music industry, for sure, they just seem to be having going through different changes, that's all. There was just, even, I just want people to remember you will make it TV too, like, with my opinion. Even with music, if you're not on a high level, I guess you would say an elite level of music, one of the world renowned music artists of the world, music still is that's a fact. It just brings emotions out of people. It helps people process their emotions. Now you can argue with me and have a different opinion and say music shouldn't do that, but it does. That's why people be like, you should watch what you listen to, or because I was one of those people too, like, yeah, that's just music, that has nothing to do with and because a lot of us look at it like, oh, it's just music, we listen to all kind of music. But when I saw the trending news though, because they said they kind of had like a beef battle on Twitter with words. But words don't ever hurt nobody though. But I don't know. When you famous, they gotta watch everything they say, especially publicly. They could just have an opinion about something. Remember Colin Kaepernick's story? Sometimes they can just have an opinion on that level. When they do it vocally and openly though, that's just a part of it. You end up hearing sometimes, oh, they lost the contract, or they lost fans or followers, just because of something they thought or put out there that was their opinion, and they're the star. Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy to think about. But you can't blame the investors and the funders and stuff. I mean, I'm not saying they're righteous people to cut contracts with people and stuff too, but if it's them investing in it, they have a right to at any moment. That's why the Bible was already teaching people, trust in God. Do not ever trust in humans, any other species, more than God. It really do, like, teach principles about that. If you had to put your whole faith and life on the line and soul on the line for something, and it preaches that it's gonna be more worth it in the long run. I'm not quoting the scriptures verbatim, but they do talk about that. Because with the publicity stunts though, I was just like, so, I don't know. It said the women was kind of going back and forth about, like, kind of like talking about each other kids, like roasting each other kids. Like, what? Because I believe in, I guess I could say, if I was asked, I believe in competition. Healthy, that word healthy has to be on there. It would be, healthy would mean fair, equal. When they say start or go at the beginning of a race, or the referee blow the whistle at the beginning of a game, that's the signal. Like, healthy competition. You see, you're going to know every rule of the game. Both players are going to be aware they're in a competition here and all of that. So that's how the music industry is though. That's definitely an arena with a lot of competition. But everybody think they want that spot. I just thought I would come give my reaction and commentary though, because I just feel like competition is healthy, but you don't have to bring the kids all in it. Now, I don't know Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj don't know me. I don't know Cardi B. Cardi B don't know me. To my understanding. You see? It's just, you can put yourself in the place of women sometimes though, if you had to. And kind of think about what, like, publicly on social media. No, I don't think that was a publicity stunt. I'm like, what? Because, anyways, the music industry just seems to be on the rap side. They get in these contracts, the music, because I'm like, how y'all go beefing, and rap beef is normal. People understand it. But they don't when people start getting hurt and stupid stuff like that. Then the music do seem like it's not healthy and stuff. You don't want to prove it if it ain't that. You don't want to prove it is and all that type of stuff, right? With anything in life, it's just crazy. As women, though, you don't want to like it's if it's just music business, y'all kids don't have nothing to do with that, you know. Cause I pray for the babies in the industry. I guess sometimes I feel that because you really don't ask for that. Like what family you're born into and what kind of life you're being brought up around. Really, you know. People just say, oh, they have a better life. They shouldn't have no worries in the world. Do people even stop and think about it? A kid is a kid. You don't pick the financial status that your parents have, literally. You got 9 months from the time you find out. Nicki Minaj and Cardi, they can agree with me. You have 9 months. By the time that baby get here, it don't matter if you was ready or not. The baby is here. The baby do not control what the parents' financial situation was. We got to remember that. And that's why people don't believe in bringing kids into the situation. I can vouch for that. Like, and then social media though, I think everybody can agree by this time. Like anything can get put out there like that. Even with celebrities and stuff. I mean, but I would just say it's deeper. Like they beefing on that because it wouldn't be trending hip hop news if it didn't happen on Twitter or wherever they were going back and forth at. Because we all, celebrity or not, can learn. It sounds like teaching people, oh, just let stuff go. Because I know that sounds cliche, but yeah, you don't have to respond to everything everybody talking about on social media. This is you will make your TV. Us actually not knowing that could have more damaging effects. Because I mean, you can't control what people doing on social media and the internet and what they saying about you, especially when you're a celebrity like that and just have a lot of fame. This seems to be my reaction to this, right? Because when you talk about being a fan, I say it's a difference between a fan and just a diehard fan or just somebody who likes that person's music from time to time, right? So I think I'm in a category with both of the women of actually I could say a fan. Like I was actually a young lady when both of y'all music first hit mainstream the way it did. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. I just happened to be in that era of when music, and I already love music. When both of the women start doing music, so you might be a fan, even if you don't just listen to their music all the time now. You still know who they are. But I wouldn't say I'm a diehard fan or like I just lose my mind. It's the end of the world. I saw some documentaries of some of these celebrities. It was people crying at the concerts at some of the songs, like just crying, holding teddy bears, like just. I mean, they get really, really into the music at those concerts, man. If they're a diehard fan, I was just trying to make y'all understand like the difference, but really it can still be an inspirational topic because as adults it is a good time in the world to talk about that. It's been whole like school shootings and different stupid stuff that shouldn't even been going on in the first place at certain environments. Like it shouldn't happen anywhere, but no, you keep those certain environments. We know us older people when we went to school, people was not shooting them up back then and stupid stuff. So why would you want that going on in this generation or the next? So it's just like, yeah, people do watch your words and read your words on social media. What you mean? Even the celebrities, I guess, but you don't have to respond. Just because y'all from the same, or yeah, both of y'all supposed to be the queen of New York music and all of this. It's like, what are you showing the young ladies? Like, yeah, I'll drag your child into it and talk about. Because sometimes people hack people accounts too, y'all. I notice everybody saying, oh my God. They so ready to believe that a person did something. I just thought about that. If you know, for those that don't know, like, yeah, people have that type of knowledge out here today. Like, okay, so if somebody hack your social media, what that means is they can post anything on your, they can just post like they you. What you mean? They can just make posts, probably message people. They now have full access to that account, even if it's, it doesn't matter what kind of platform it is. If you get access to somebody's account, you can now access everything in that account just like you that person. That means you can make posts, you can post pictures, you can message people, all of it. Send friend requests, whatever it is. So it is scary. They should have higher security measures for how you can just shut your social media down if you lose access to it. Like the first second it happened. Like what can people do on direct contact? Because people just haven't. I'm not saying that's what probably happened with the Nicki Minaj situation, but you got to look at that too. People just be so ready to believe like a person posted something on Twitter, and if it do seem probably out of a person character, then maybe it wasn't him posting it. Who knows? It's just trending news. It's not being, to my understanding, investigated or nothing like that. There would mean somebody would have to report something, but it shouldn't have to go to dragging the kids, even if y'all celebrities. No, uh, just like look. I mean, they just still words though. It's your opinion about somebody's child. They've been doing a lot of that on they've been doing a lot of that on social media. Because people are more vocal. They're like social groups. We have to be adults now and hear everybody's opinion and take on it. To me, that's fair. Be adults and hear everybody's take. Because that's not even talking to somebody's child. That's like just telling the parents straight out how you feel. But I would say I wouldn't respond to it if I know that I don't even know you or something like that. Because just because they all famous don't mean they be knowing each other like that. Or they could have and fell off with each other years ago and all that crazy stuff. But really, you wish any woman the most success possible, like, and their mothers, because I say a woman, but anybody deserves, success, but their mothers in the industry or not, and they are role models and idols to some of the young ladies out here. They just are. They know how much. I wonder, do they know how much influence they hold? Like, yeah, people be watching y'all, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. They be watching like, oh, okay, and then so I just noticed certain ones of the women, they get more of the backlash depending on how they live in their life. I guess off stage, but that's just life too, though. That's just they work. People don't be knowing what people are going through. I would say, in my opinion, both of them as women have done a splendid job making living a fast life like that with kids too, and I know that still probably is not easy. So, but I can say all the good things I want to. All I was saying at the end of the day, they should not go back and forth, dragging each other kids on the internet. Even if they just roasting and what they gonna come out later and say, oh y'all, we was just playing. Like, no, bro. The way that was it's like, there had to be something else, like them ladies serious. Cause most people, you can get a reaction out of them if you talking about their whole kids. Even right there on the internet. Right there on the internet, I'm like, dang, well, at first I wasn't paying attention to it, but it was so much in the trending news and TikToks and everywhere, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, well, I could see a person responding. I understand that side too. Like, see a person whole responding to whatever your post was about their child, but I wouldn't say a person is crazy if they don't respond either, because that's just, I would say that just exposed, like, no, you got a way deeper issue with that person. You already, like, feeling low key emotions towards their whole kids. We all know kids, yeah. Do we have to go back to the basics of the foundation of the world about this? Yeah, they don't have anything to do with the issues that were in the world before they came into the world. And if they're still youngsters, they ain't even been in the world long. So you can't just blame shift the all the problems on the youth of the world. It still shows a lot about the leadership at the end of the day. That goes for the nation, that goes for all the children of the world. They want to pick certain ones out and say, oh, I think they're living an older, more mature life than they should be doing. Like, do you know how many youth are not just living that way today, but were long before now? Some of them, they was already in times were just different. They helped their families on the farms, around the house. They walked to school on their own. Times was just different. The kids were more independent and mannerable at the same time. I wouldn't say being put in more mature situations, but they definitely learned like education and work ethics at a way younger age. Right here in our nation, though, this is a part of American history too. It's not that kids don't still work. It's a lot of teens out there. They make their money honest ways, but a lot of the youth too, you can understand them wanting to have money in their pocket, right? Regardless of what their parents' financial status is. Come on now. It's just that the ones with money, they probably just actually, I don't know. I know it's a whole different life, probably, environment and everything. I know it's not perfect for them on that side too, because just like when you're a kid anyway, I don't care. You probably don't know who's saying what about you. You don't know that unless you hear it, or like you hear it yourself as the child, or somebody tell you about that. Other than that, really, kids don't see everything they parents and who beefing on the internet. Why would they know about that? So it really, if I was Cardi B, I just would have ignored all comments, red flag comments, like, oh, okay, it's going that deep. Like, you know, I guess because some people heart, they just want to show you, like, oh, I'll go that far. Like, I don't care. I'm that type of person. I'll go that far. Every your kids too, right? But no, we got to do better than that in the world. Like, nobody kids, you don't have to like their kids, but why be whole? Want to make them look bad with the mama? They might grow up and become anything. Honestly, anybody kids. You don't know what they're gonna be in their future, what their purpose and destiny is. Some people making me think they do know. That's why we do see the youth carry so many burdens and go through what they go through. Don't ask me how I think they do know. Maybe it's just things people see, like, oh, that person kid gonna be special, and it don't always have to be because your parent is rich. Like, oh, you just a special baby because your parent come from wealth. There are people who have rose to great success from like poverty level, literally, like before I was born. People have done it time and time again. the working class has always been a working class too, though. But there are people who have, they call it rags to riches for a reason. It's just interesting, all of it, all the way around. But any level you at it, it's like the adults got to understand it first. Like, yeah, your youth do not control the financial status unless your youth is born in error, because that's another thing. I wonder, if I was Cardi B, I wouldn't even pay attention to the tabloids and internet news right now, because like I was thinking about it earlier. Like, as a celebrity, people don't even have to know you're pregnant. You can go through a whole pregnancy like really incognito if you wanted to, probably, dodge paparazzi and all this stuff as much as you want to. Some of them celebrities, you didn't even know they were pregnant till they announced it, like, oh, this person had a baby. Like, I always commend it. Like, well, even if it's shocking, at least they did a good job. Like, that doesn't mean you're naturally just trying to hide something. Like, you might not want to be all in a spot. You know what all come with being pregnant? And then that's just pregnant. That ain't even, oh, who is by or when the baby do, none of that yet. Like, you just pregnant. Like, you don't have to want to be all. I'm not saying that that's what everybody true desire is, but it is the age of social media. Like, you might be spotted on the internet pregnant. Like, maybe it's just something only women could talk about with that one, but that's just pregnant. Like, if you think people just look at women like, oh, that's a pregnant woman, you're crazy. They're thinking other things like, oh, I wonder when she's due. I don't know. People just, they have their own thoughts in their head when they see a pregnant woman. Some people think nothing at all. But there are those that think stuff when they see one. And they could suspect, like, oh, who she's pregnant by, or is it twins, anything. And they don't even know the person. This is what kids are going through before they even come in the world. People are judging literally every pregnant woman they see, probably. You don't know how that woman got pregnant. That's another thing. You don't know how, when, who, unless she tells you, really. That's how crazy a woman's life is, So I'm not saying I'm here to be the all-in-all defender towards Cardi B, but that's just a woman. It showed us publicly that, yeah, you can receive backlash in a way where it's like, oh, okay, a person threw that out there at you, like their opinion, their emotions at you about your album, about your kids. Okay, boom, that's the test out there in front of everybody. Like, boom, now the ball in your court. What you gonna do? This person posted this. Like, that's all it is. And taking it one step at a time every day, because you cannot control, once again, what people choose to post or say or put out there on social media about you, even at celebrity level. I wonder, should I be some kind of like celebrity that y'all know, that one lady, Dr. Ivanka, is that her name? And the celebrities go on there and talk to her. But yeah, man, you can't put all the sensitive. It seems like with Cardi B, though, in my opinion, it's just my reaction and commentary. They really have. It's a good exhibition of somebody's story where you have seen people do that a lot. Like, just seem to try to, even since the beginning of her career. She actually chooses to be very loud and vocal. She never hid that about her personality. Like, I'll be loud and vocal when I need to stand up for myself. But I just noticed, I was like, when she broke up with her and her husband broke up, it do seem like a lot of people just started coming for her all of a sudden. It just showed that it is real. It could be real in life. I don't think that's a publicity stunt. Like, let that woman sell her albums and do her music, man. And raise her kids. Because okay, they just wanted to judge her. It's just another part of the trending news. They wanted to judge her because she's pregnant by a very famous football star. and things like this. They wanted to say that there was a wrong example to show young women to go get pregnant while you're married. But they don't be telling the whole story with some of our favorite celebs either. I'm like, well, they could be separated, which they have shown, but still, we don't know their real lives. You don't know when a person been with a person last. People be with each other they'll still hang out and broke up years ago. So, because people be thinking broke up, and people minds today, broke up means like, y'all gotta be on different sides of the world now. Like, come on, man. They have children together. They can't be that far apart all the time. It's just funny. I did. I added a moderator the other day, and I don't know. The person never came back to the live chat. Happy Friday, everybody. I was hoping they come back and tune in, but my lives are always unpredictable. Like the time of days I do them, but I do try to at least do one live discussion topic a day. Inspirational, insightful discussion topics that help us all, because just thinking we have one way to respond to everything is crazy. That's why I call it You Will Make It TV, because yeah, anybody could just post anything, just like what these young ladies are going through right now. Like, whole posted. Like, I saw that a long time ago. Really. Not just with the music artists and trauma they might go through sometimes. Because they even have TV shows and different stuff about, I don't know, like their life, and that's all it is. People walking around with attitudes and going back and forth. I mean, it might be deeper than that though. Like I said, that's kind of, that make you look at it like, oh, okay, this ain't a publicity stunt. Like, this person is actually, if it's put out there, it's trending news. Come on, man. Like, well, this person actually got a deeper problem with a person. You bring their whole kids in. Not probably physically touching them or anything like that, but you just putting them out there. Maybe to fuck with the other person's emotions a little bit. Because we know it would do exactly that, wouldn't it? To anybody. Anyways, y'all gotta watch those viral, because sometimes it is, like I said, just publicity stunts. Like, their main goal is to sell music. If they can get you talking about their drama a little bit, boom, they sold another album unit. But I don't think it's bad. It is still worth looking at. Like, you can learn something from that. Like, look how you can put your whole career and just start probably losing contracts on the side. Because I feel like they try to hide that, but no celebrity really gets away with that. Soon as one of those reporters get a whiff that they're losing contracts about something, they usually try to be there getting the information about it. Like, I don't know why the world is like this, but yeah, if they hear like, oh, you lost a deal with Nike, or a contract for saying something publicly, well, people say it's about that. Look at what Jimmy Kimmel just went through. You know, people will say, let's say that for the sake of the live stream, but people will say it's because something you said publicly that people didn't like, you could get fired or debunked, lose contracts, like. And if you really probably talk too much, probably worse. It's just crazy. Like, why can't, even at that level, we understand being vocal and stuff, but of course, if you start talking about kids, that's why I say, how we know somebody didn't hack her account and just do that to play with Nikki's image? You see? Who knows? Because if most people would say, yeah, they don't seem like Nikki, or if it was what she wanted to post, maybe she do got a deeper problem. with a certain person or certain people. That's all. It just make you wonder that. It really ain't none of our business or nothing, but it's interesting. It's interesting stuff because it teaches women should know that you gonna give up your whole life to make a post to say some words. Do that, I guess, if y'all grown, but don't bring the youngsters in it. That's what I'm saying. It seems to make more sense. Any level of finances or wealth or whatever level of life you might be on. I'm checking my other people might agree, so it don't hurt to put your voice out there a little bit sometimes. Like that's just how I naturally I wouldn't just be like, oh my god, these two rappers beefing. Like, no, that's a part of the rap in hip hop. And sometimes we say it, guys, you gotta remember that stuff is like publicity stunts. Like, of course, when these ladies come out and have babies, though, that's not a publicity stunt. They're women just like everybody else. Like, that's what I'm saying. Even on that level, I don't believe in that. Like, that's not real. Like, why drag them into it? But I have learned not to judge people in life, even celebrities, because you really don't know what all they might be going through behind the scenes, you know? You just see them on stage and in the music studio, and you get in the music videos. You don't know what's going on in that person's life. But God, just imagine how his eyes look on everything. And he actually sees what each and everybody is going through and where they bless, where they curse. I bet you guys see it. That's just seeing it. I didn't say what he feel about it. I know seeing it from his eyes, that just first mean that you're omnipresent. You see everything from a different, maybe it means that too. I think people think omnipresent just only means everywhere at one time at the same time, but maybe it just mean that too, like just a whole, all in all, one conscious. That's another way you can know what everybody like really doing and going through at the same time, if it were possible, right? You would have, it's a level of consciousness too, like knowing on any level. It has something to do with consciousness, but that's another thing. It does matter too though, because I think people be feeling they so high up or so far gone or whatever it is, like, oh, God don't see me. Like, yeah, he see everybody at the same time too. I feel like even imagining like what that could be like could take you to another level of consciousness, just sitting there thinking about something like that. People can test what I'm saying too. Like, think about it more. It ain't just out there knowledge for no reason. Like, but if I was just an average human being, living my life every day, stop to think about that sometimes. Like, it's people out here. Everybody' life just set up different. Like, it's just people out here going through literally at the same time. It's like having billions of cameras everywhere watching everybody at the same time. Like, imagine what that would be like if it were possible. Oh, nobody wants to think about it because they feel like, no, that's just crazy to think about. Like, who would want to do that? What do you mean? That's bigger than us. Like, you didn't even ask to be here. Like, that's what I'm saying. Kids have nothing to do with it. So, anyways, you just see more of an uptick of it more in regular society. It trickles down when people's favorite artists are doing certain things. It's just crazy. Like, then they like, some are still diehard fans though. It don't matter if they favorite artists go to jail or get a ticket or go to court. They don't care. They're still fans. Some people, like I said, that part of it is real too. They lose whole contracts though. That ain't even the fans yet. It depends on what's going on. You can lose whole deals. They have nothing to do with the fans. That's what I'm saying. Or does it? Do what the fans say? While people be like, oh, don't worry about what the celebrities got going on. We're not worried about it on the level like we're gonna die without the knowledge. Clearly, you still don't know what's going on in a person's life. Like I said, ain't nobody omnipresent like that where they can see everything everybody doing at the same time. Not that I know of. At this time in history, maybe one day they will have that level of technology. Seems like we're going that direction. They just keep modernizing everything, advancing, whatever the word is. But right now, we don't have anything like that. So that just means people gonna be on different sides of the four corners of the earth, going through different things all at the same time, every day. It's a new level of consciousness, just even caring about that. Even I'm whole bringing it up for this discussion topic for a reason. Like, nobody just at a basic level of consciousness is thinking about that every day. Like, it ain't just you. Like, life in the world will always, in the universe will always be much bigger than just you. Like, who are you? That's what humble means to me, type of deal. It don't mean like in a way like you just trying to challenge everything and check everything every day. Like, no, like who are you? Do you know who you are first before you're gonna try to shape me into who? Cause I might be already in the middle of growing into somebody or something like that, right? Like, I'm passionate about it. It don't mean like you can't accept criticism or what somebody in your same industry or field or career, because I said I believe, me personally, in healthy competition. If you gonna put competition on the table, even as a discussion, that ain't even signing up for it yet. In real life, you are signing up for that. And sometimes you didn't. Like in the Roman Empire days, you might just have to get in there and fight a bull or a lion for people's entertainment, literally. They put them in there in the arena. I don't know what those type of shows were called, but people actually come out to watch that. Entertainment just looks different today. That's all. It's like I'm really not talking about it like I want to, I guess, as a discussion topic tonight. But if it's You Will Make It TV, no, we're not going to make it moving forward in a direction where people start thinking it's okay to. I guess it's way past that point, though, when I really think about it. Because you had many different celebrities lately. I guess people be trying to send a whole nother type of message, like you a whole bring somebody business with their kids to the forefront, like they making a whole trend out of that or something. And doing it on the internet, like doing it on social media. Like, oh, okay, what kind of competition is this? Like, look what dirt I got on this person's child, or look what dirt I got on this person's child. Like, dang, what kind of trend is this? Like, oh yeah, if I need to, I go hear about your child. Like, oh, okay. That's why some of the comments was funny. It was like, oh, where Offset at? Where Cardi B baby daddy? Like, he not responding to none of the I wouldn't say that's like bad either, because you got to look at it as a father, as a black man too. As soon as you try to do that too, all that internet beefing on the internet, you just never know. It could always come back around. Like, hey, what was this about? Like, some whole stuff you could have disregarded, ignored. Like, just because really think about it, you cannot control what somebody posts about you. You can't. Everybody got their own device, their own internet that they literally pay for. This is how deep it is. Like, it's them that pay for it. How you gonna control what they post and do on their device? Anybody in the world. You can drive yourself crazy thinking you can, like, oh, maybe if I put on this type of image, this type of clothing, this type of just cloak myself as a certain thing on the internet, this will save me from certain things coming. Like, no, anybody that's on there, that put their life on there, their music, their business, any piece of them on there, it's already at stake. It's already at risk. Like, you didn't put a piece of yourself, or even if somebody else do it. That's why I said the internet is like its own world now. Like, you can go down a certain street if you want to playing on there. It's like its own world. Like, just like we had a streets, or just low poverty, impoverished areas in real life, you might have those blind spots that exist very well much so on the internet too. It's like its own world if you look at it like that, if you choose to. Then again, is that what we saying? Like, people really can't promote and advertise no more without it. They do choose to. Like, celebrities don't have to, like I said, even if one of them get pregnant, they really don't have to show their pregnancy in public. People have to, if you really a fan and you're gonna have some type of compassion, you have to understand people do not always want to be in the spotlight while they going through a whole pregnancy. Like, people just be ready to jump on the gun. Like, oh, who the daddy? Like, what's going on? Like, you gotta remember that woman is the one carrying. Like, she just trying to get through that part. Like, some people's from day one, when they pregnant, they already throwing up. Like, they already having every symptom that could go wrong with it, in a natural way. But you might be having those symptoms, like cravings, throwing up, all of that. You might not want to be all. That's the last thing on your mind, is worried about who trying to get in your business. Why are we bringing it up? Because Cardi B is pregnant, and she had to go through that. Like, people saying stuff on the internet, like, oh, she's still married. Like, okay, if they hold separated though. Not that my opinion. I'm just saying that's a whole real part of their situation. And then they celebrities. The men do it. They sure do. They might have different women and all that on the side when they have a lot of money like that. So, but as a past and current fan, I would say, I don't know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed about her relationship with Offset, because you don't know what they go through behind the scenes. But as the fans, we just love them together. Like, they have the babies together. If they still married, why wouldn't we want to see them work it out? If that were possible. Ease on back together, even after the new baby. But yeah, as a woman, that's her right. Yeah, you might feel like that emotionally or morally. Waiting till you're married waiting till the divorce is final is when you should get to go move forward. Y'all know people been stopped doing that. Long as they already in the middle of the divorce, they already dating a new person. It's not that you're trying to stir up topics or be messy or nothing like that. It's actually real. This is modern day society for you, like modern day dating culture. What is it like out there, right? And then don't let it be too messed up because it might leak over into your career. That goes for a man or a woman. When you choose to make bonds and ties, which I'm sure the celebrities already know, but I'm sure they don't just hang out and click up with certain other ones, even if they're dating for no reason. Because two people that just naturally have money, used to money, and they own the same financial, you know what I'm saying, status as one another, like these guys, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and whoever they might date and get with, might have money like them. Because, a person like that would already kind of understand your life, how you got to move, what you going through. They already know. You don't have to explain nothing because they come from money or something like that. Because you can't just be around everybody on that level. So I could just imagine, I would just say, if you put somebody, call yourself dragging their kids into the little roast battle y'all having, it's like, I would just say you got a deeper problem with that person. None of us, I don't know they business though. Because, if y'all grown, why not just go back and forth about each other? Uh, I don't know. Like, what do you get out of that? But it does seem to be a trend. It was another channel, just or like a social influencer, I should say, that does really well with the social media influencing that this person does. And people still had their opinions about it. Like they somehow, because a lot of the social influencers have made somehow created ways, to monetize, actually showing more of their family life, like what it's like to be uh, them and their children actually. So it isn't uncommon for people to, exercise their right to show the lives of their children or show what it's like to be a parent and cook dinner. They just do like videos on their daily routines too. They're actually very trendy. People like to watch them because everybody live different. Everybody cooks different. Everybody dresses different. They have platforms that the influencers come together and they're more on fashion or makeup or hair, you know, and they go viral. They're very, very trendy. So it just make you think about it though. Like, is this how people? Anyways, I brought up the one I was talking about because people try to do this content creator like that, like, oh, we know this and that about your kids or what you got going on in the background. Some of it just be like, once again, tabloid news, publicity stunt type stuff. Others, I was like, no, it's like you can see through some of it. Like, some of this be real because, or it look like that. Just like reality TV sometimes, you can't tell, like, oh, was this staged or are they really beefing? Some stuff like that. They could, if something staged, that's the point of it, to look real. Just to look like it went a certain way or it's going a certain way, you know? That's what stage mean, though. Uh, but with some of the content creators, we know that the stories are real, and some of the hate that surrounds some of the work sometimes, or that lingers in the atmosphere of those environments of work. Uh, that's why I already called it hate, though, because it's been whole stories out there of content creators, just people that do more media, put themselves on the internet like that. Yeah, I said the right word, media. Uh, yeah, they got to be more careful. They was telling the content creators be more careful traveling and creating content and stuff like that on the road, because some of them they've really blown up and gotten popular and gone viral just showing making work out of content creation. I don't think content creation is the problem though. All industries and different companies and careers use social media to promote and market themselves, or they have even if it's a website, internet, maybe IG, Twitters, look, even the celebrities. But you have to remember too, if somebody can like whole hack your account, if they put doing stuff with your account, that's not even you posting it. That's not you messaging people, posting things. So, anyways, you can't be quick to jump on the gun when you see like, oh, a celebrity posted this and said this to another person, or I feel like a person who posts regularly, first of all, you can tell when it's them posting after so long. Just the once again, going back to the lingo, how they speak, how they express themselves. Uh, you can, just like you can see a person routine in real life. You can see I guess you could, if you were looking at it, you could see that through their social media usage amounts and maybe how they speak on social media, how they present themselves on the internet. Like you'll be able to tell after a person use it for so long. I guess you can tell if it's that person or somebody else hacked their account. That's what I was thinking about with the Nicki Minaj and Cardi B situation. Like, how y'all know she even posted these things? Because it did seem kind of like off the wall. Of course, if somebody was trying to literally make you look like, yeah, just destroy your whole image like that, like, yeah. Because you can lose brand deals and everything. You just out here openly talking about people kids. Let's say you even threatening them, but you have a whole social media. I guess you just turn around. Oh, it was a publicity stunt. We don't really feel like that about such and such kids. It's a publicity stunt. Like, what kind of publicity stunts is that? I was just trying to understand. Like, even in a situation, like you rile this up so far, you put a person kids in the way just to okay, you calling it a publicity stunt. That's crazy to me. Like, clearly you can have more creativity from some angle. Like, why? Like, oh, we'll hype this up around the kids. This is a perfect idea. Like, what is this, Disney or Cartoon Network? No, this is just what people think is cool to get, just to get a little like a little views, a little ratings. You see, it's crazy. I mean, what do you say? What do you say about that? You just become more and more aware. Um, People are not used to that. Just like sitting in a state of awareness. Like, you don't always have to use that as a weapon. Like, oh, I know, I'm aware of this and that about your kids. Like, uh, just openly out there on the internet. Just so, I mean, for what? That's what I'm saying. How could it go back to like, oh, this was just a publicity stunt? So I had ruled out publicity stunt as a uh, possibility when you bring like roasting a person's whole child, like bringing them into your beef with another person in the industry or career that you work in, even if it's the music industry, like. But I don't rule out that somebody could have totally people do be on that stupid stuff like, oh, I'm gonna hack your Twitter account, or I'm gonna hack your IG so I can that's really crazy. It's like going, even snakes shed skin. They actually do this. And it's like, how do we end up shedding skin on social media? Like, you just slowly out of your account and somebody else hold in it, and then now whatever they do on it, cause what Nicki Minaj not exempt from falling victim to something like that? I don't think so. Especially if somebody like want to do that, like, because if you really just sit there and indulge in what two people who already have a matter passion of anger towards each other for some reason, or one of them do, I don't know, you might get lost in the sauce, because that's just showing you the level of where they have a problem with each other. Like, I can see just going back and forth with words, just like attacking each other with words. But when the words get to like, oh, this and that about your kids, they not the first celebrities we seen go back and forth like that about that. Actually, in recent music news, they try to do that a lot with Krishan Rock too, I've noticed. And all three of these mothers I'm talking about, even if it's just in the music industry, they are black. And I just noticed that's just a whole way people enjoy in a trending way coming for each other. Like, oh yeah, woo woo woo, this and that about your kids. Like, that's not cute. You should see the women more together, helping one another. Anything. We all know that that's morally right. That's ethically right. On an integrity level, I'm actually right though. Even no matter what a person opinion, let's keep, like, once again I said, for the black mothers, let's keep that out the conversation for a second. You're not talking about their parenting at all. You talking about women and what they should be doing to help one another first. You talking about that first. How can you go to the level of just talking about each mother individually first? It wasn't the younger generations that came out with the quote, "It takes a village." You know how old that quote is? Do you know where that quote came from? Where did the term, how old the term village is? Just the term village by itself. What's the definition of it, and how long? How long of a history stands behind it? And then it's like people get a kick out of it, like, okay, let's remove the village and see how strong, because a queen, that's what they known for. Like, it can be a small village of territory, or it can be a larger territory. A larger territory is not for everybody. But I'm saying how it looks like, I guess they starting that from up there, from that level. Like, oh, let's make this a trend. Like, we celebrities, we'll even drag each other. When we drag each other names, we talk about their kids. All you doing is showing people, like, cause I was wondering, like, who be on it. I mean, even if it's just with your words though, like, if you having a beef with somebody, it should be you and that person. Like, what you bringing them all in it for? Cause you know Cardi B pregnant. Yeah, she pregnant right now. But I don't know what people thought or forgot about. But if somebody have a problem with you, trust me, that person probably don't care that you're pregnant. Or sadly, they'll look at that as the perfect opportunity to actually let you know how they feel about you. Because pregnancy, that state of health is considered a vulnerability, probably not a disability, because you're not completely immobile at any given time just because you're pregnant, unless that is your situation, which is very uncommon. But it is considered a vulnerability, especially if you're a single mother and pregnant. So it looked like they trying to go ahead and pull that card and use that against Cardi B right now. Like, oh well, technically you're a single mother because you married, but you separated, but you share kids with another man. But what else can they target? You're a successful woman. You're selling. You're an independent artist too. You know what I'm saying? You come, and then I look at that, look at where she come from. It's like, so when you come for Cardi B, when you come for any person, you are coming for, of course, too, where they come from and what they stand for. I guess it's fair to say that, and vice versa with Nicki Minaj, but and then if you do it on the internet, it's just crazy because it's like, don't both of y'all represent the same place, New York and everything? They just seem to be going through a lot of turmoil with the people in the industry from out there. I thought all of them, they have an opportunity to learn. You sit back and see what be happening with the other artists or what they might be going through with their labels and their contracts and stuff. So it's like, you think some of them would sit back and learn. Like, no, you ain't got to go back. Didn't you just get out of court? Cardi B just got out of court for some other. She just had to go to court for some stuff because, of course, they publicized it. Like, they be trying to let you know, like, yeah, we can weaponize the media against you. Like, oh wow. Because they did mediatize that. They publicized that she was had to go to court for some whatever she was going through recently, right? And that wasn't that long ago. Probably like in the past 2 or 3 weeks. Then already you got people coming for you, like, and we just supposed to believe, yeah, this the industry, this what go on over here. Like, oh, okay. You just got out of court, and then now a whole nother rapper in the same, probably from the same vicinity or in the same industry as you, uh, probably even on the same financial class, like both of y'all bosses, both of y'all doing y'all thing with music. You just got out of court. This how life will test you sometimes, though. Uh, and in court, you were pregnant. Anyways, these stories can teach us a lot. Cause right after court, that don't mean that that's all. That's why I keep bringing it up. It's like people don't remember that or something. Right after court, that don't mean that your life just gonna go to whoopsie daisy, roses everywhere, because you just won a court case. That might be victory for you, but it could be honestly just at the expense of others or whoever is required to pay their debt back to society. However, just because you win a victory there does not mean clearly, because she just got out of court for stuff, and then life already testing you. Like, people want to drag you, bring your kids into stuff on the internet after a victory like that. Clearly it's a test then. What is my advice? You see people doing that, you don't have to engage at all. anything that starts to look like a trend or a tactic or people, I do look at that. Like, what do people believe in? They might wonder that in their hearts about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, or what do you stand on, or what would you do in this situation? Like, if you know the internet is a real part of culture right now, of social culture in this time of history, if you know, if you know that, uh, then you have to become more aware of the things that can happen on social media. But like I said, with the music industry, a lot of people do still promote themselves, their music, their faces, on social media just like everybody else. Like they might have a Twitter account or an IG account just because they're famous. It's a whole way to actually keep themselves relevant. You know, they know that most people, most of the world uses social media. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in to another live segment. I might come back with a part two, because this story here, even, it just continues to progress, so you never know. Once again, I was already saying, just as my first initial reaction, I don't think it's publicity or stunt or nothing like that. Because if a person like bring your kids or talk about them in it, people are usually serious. They have a deeper issue with you. And it always is interesting to see people say that, like, oh yeah, I care about your kids more than you. Like some kind of weird competition. You know, even celebrities go through that. People say, well, we like your kid and we know this and that about your kid. Like, how y'all know so much about people's kids? It's like, how close have you been, or are you getting, or how else? Like, we know it ain't, maybe it's just more people talking than people thought. Like, you know, you gotta trust and be careful with who. That is still a valid point with anybody. With kids these days, you gotta watch that because people be just trying to get close to just to get information. Look how quick they willing to post it. It's just crazy. And go back and forth on social media about stuff like this. Thank you guys for your support. Until next time.